Welcome back to the Library of the Occult. I'm Saul Murte, and today we turn our attention to a more obscure but fascinating entry in the canon of early 20th century supernatural fiction, The Prisoner in the Opal by AEW Mason. While Mason is best remembered today for writing the adventure classic The Four Feathers, his body of work was remarkably varied. Born in 1865, Mason enjoyed a career that spanned journalism, politics, theatre, and literature. He even served as a member of parliament for a brief period in the early 20th century. Yet, beyond the adventure stories and detective fiction for which he became famous, Mason occasionally ventured into stranger territory. Stories that flirted with mysticism, psychological unease, and the idea that the unseen forces shape human destiny. The Prisoner in the Opal, published in the late 1920s, represents one of these excursions into the uncanny. At its heart, the novel revolves around a mysterious opal, a gemstone that appears to hold within it something more than mere beauty. Throughout history, opals have been surrounded by folklore and superstition. Some traditions considered them lucky, while others believed they were cursed stones capable of trapping souls or influencing fate. Mason taps into this long tradition, constructing a narrative where the gemstone becomes both a symbol and a literal vessel of power. The story unfolds as a psychological mystery. Characters drawn into the orbit of the opal begin to experience strange compulsions and subtle manipulations of their will. The question at the center of the narrative is deceptively simple. Is the opal merely a symbol of obsession, or does it truly contain something imprisoned within it? This ambiguity is where Mason's storytelling shines. Rather than leaning fully into overt supernatural spectacle, he cultivates a creeping sense of uncertainty. The reader is left to wonder whether the events unfolding are driven by supernatural forces, psychological suggestion, or the darker corners of human ambition. In this sense, The Prisoner of the Opal sits comfortably alongside early 20th century works that blurred the boundary between the rational and the occult. One of the novel's key themes is possession, not necessarily by demons or spirits, but by desire itself. The opal becomes an object of fascination that slowly exerts influence over those who encounter it. Mason explores how obsession can distort perception, how the pursuit of beauty or power can lead individuals down dangerous paths. It's a theme that resonates strongly with other works within the Library of the Occult, where seemingly mundane objects often become conduits for darker forces. Another important aspect of the novel is its exploration of the psychology of belief. Like many authors writing in the period between the Victorian Gothic era and the rise of modern horror fiction, Mason was interested in the tension between rational modernity and lingering superstition. The early 20th century was a time when science and technology was rapidly transforming society, yet interest in spiritualism, mysticism, and the occult remained widespread. This cultural contradiction feeds directly into the novel's atmosphere. Characters struggle to reconcile their logical understanding of the world with experiences that appear to defy explanation. In doing so, Mason captures a broader anxiety of this era, the fear that beneath the surface of modern civilization there might still lurk forces beyond human control. From a literary perspective, The Prisoner in the Opal occupies an intriguing transitional space in occult fiction. Earlier Gothic novels were often relying on haunted castles, ancient curses, and overt supernatural manifestations. By contrast, Mason's novel leans towards psychology and the tension and ambiguity that embeds within. The horror emerges gradually through suggestion and implication rather than spectacle. In this way, the novel can be seen as a broader evolution within supernatural literature, a shift towards stories where the true terror lies not only in the possibility of supernatural forces, but in the human mind's capacity to imagine them. Within the expanding library of the occult, the prisoner of the opal may not possess the towering reputation of works by authors such as Arthur Machen or Algernon Blackwood, but it remains an intrigue and a curiosity. Its blend of mysticism, psychological intrigue, and symbolic storytelling offers a glimpse into how occult themes continued to evolve during the early 20th century. What makes the novel particularly compelling today is how it reflects the enduring allure of cursed objects within horror storytelling. From ancient relics to haunted artifacts, the idea that an object can carry within it a fragment of something living or something malevolent continues to fascinate readers and filmmakers alike. In that sense, Mason's Opal joins a long lineage of sinister objects in supernatural fiction, beautiful, enigmatic, and possibly dangerous. So while The Prisoner in the Opal may not be the most widely remembered occult novel of its time, it serves as a reminder that the genre has always been shaped not only by its giants, but also by the strange overlooked gems that shimmer quietly in the shadows of literature history. Thanks for joining me for another journey through the library of the occult. Until next time, I'm Saul Muerte. Ancient Shadows, Modern Stories.